welcome to the official YouTube channel for Santa J Claus. Be sure to subscribe for new content and comment below to introduce yourself. May the magic of Christmas brighten your days all year long.
Well, hello there, my friends. Hello there, and best wishes to each of you. Welcome to the Art Livestreamy. I'm so very happy to get started. We have begun a brand new series, my friends, inspiring individuals from A to Z. Now, yesterday, what did we do? Or not yesterday, but the last time we did our Art Livestreamy, the letter A, we started with Amelia Earhart. What a wonderful individual we were able to learn from. Well, today is the letter B. Who will be the letter B for inspiring individuals from A to Z? Well, today is going to be Betty White, a wonderful actress that was so very pivotal in her roles for decades and decades. Well, this is what you voted for, my friends, and I'm happy to do it. A wonderful thing. We're going to begin, my friends. A wonderful thing indeed. Now, we are starting, and hello there, Everett has joined in. The Brunette Diaries has joined in. Welcome, my friends, and welcome. We are starting right now. We're starting right now with Betty White. I hope that everyone is doing good, my friends. I hope that you're all staying out of trouble. Always very good. Let's see here if I can move this just a little closer. Can we move it a little closer? I think this will work. Well, there we are. We're going to be doing another little circle like we did for Amelia. Well, there they are. The very first thing that we're going to now begin to do is we're going to work on inking everything out. Why do we do this, my friends? Well, we're putting in a permanent ink line. We're creating our very own coloring book page, but instead of coloring with crayons, we're going to paint with watercolor paint. Bethany, our wonderful moderator, has joined in. Hello there. Hello there. Wonderful to see all of you here. Hello, Santa from Ohio. I stopped by to say hi and see how you were doing before my class. Well, my friend, I'm so very happy that you're here. We're going to be painting Miss Betty White today. Thank you for being a friend. The Golden Girls theme song. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we are going to start. I'm going to do these easy lines here first. Quite easy lines indeed. And I'm going to move this around. Hopefully you do not get too dizzy. Well, we're starting things off, my friends. On these straight lines, my friends, I've always found that if we're moving our page, our canvas, our paper in the direction that our hand can smoothly do the line, well, you'll find that a line this way with this hand motion is going to be a lot straighter than a line in this direction here. So instead of rocking and trying to do a straight line like this with your hand, well, I like to move it around if I can and do it in this way here. I hope that will help you. Also, straight lines, certainly something to be able to practice on. It is certainly something to practice on. I've also noticed that I have forgotten something. I'm going to pencil in just as we're beginning. Miss Betty White has a necklace on. And where is it going to go? Well, it's going to go right here. Now she's wearing a pearl necklace, but I'm going to put a straight line first, just so that the curve is maintained. This is something that I want to do. Maintaining the curve. Now, as finely as I can, my friends, I'll go through and follow it along. Does it need to be perfect? The answer is no. It does not need to be perfect, my friends. But we will try our very best to do a good job. We have some other straight lines here. What are we going to do here? Well, I hope all is well. Now, I've done something a little differently which is we're not live streaming on the Tiki-Talkie right now. So all of those individuals, they do not know that we're over here right now having some fun. And the reason is, well, because I want to use the device, the camera device, so that we can create a video of the whole process. Something that I'm starting to do. If you have not been able to tell already, I have found also great inspiration from my wonderful friend, Scott Sava. Such a delightful individual, and certainly a brilliant, brilliant artist. Good morning, Steele. Hello there, my friend, and welcome. May Betty White rest in peace. Fun fact, she passed away the same day as my grandpa did. I'm so sorry to hear this. What a wonderful legacy that she has left behind. Have you thought about it, my friends? What a wonderful legacy she has left behind. My own local animal shelter that I foster for has greatly benefited from donations made in her memory. She is still doing good work. And Miss Betty White, well, she loved animals so very much. This is something that I truly, truly love to hear. Truly an animal lover. She also supported not only many different shelters, but also she supported a lot of zoos. She loved the study of animals and the improvement of how we can be able to best protect them. Now, I will say that there is a difference, my friends, quite a difference with individuals that are truly protecting animals, learning from them, protecting their environments, and then those that are just profiting off the ability to be able to capitalize on them. This is always very important to Betty. Going through the hair, my friends. if any of you want to search up some information on Miss Betty White and share it with the group, I would love to learn even more about her. Really, I didn't know that. Wonderful. Happy Black History Month, I think. Certainly, this very start of Black History Month, a wonderful, wonderful thing. I have also enjoyed, you'll notice, I'm going to be giving you the opportunity to vote for some of our inspiring individuals from A to Z. And I've been really, truly enjoying going through and finding all sorts of wonderful individuals that have contributed and inspired so very many. Now, our very, very first have been amazing women that have done some wonderful things. And I certainly believe, I believe that it's going to be a wonderful opportunity to learn about a lot of individuals and the good that they have done. Betty White was the first woman ever to receive an Emmy nomination. Wonderful. Betty White was the first woman ever. A wonderful thing. I think it's so incredible, my friends. Now I'm going to get this line. I want to be quite smooth. I'm going to try my very best to give her a wonderful smile. We're getting there, my friends. We are getting there. Now this one you have to be so very careful about. Teeth can be a very interesting thing. We will try our best. Now we're going to go through and do her eyes. In fact, Betty White was the first woman to ever even appear on television way back in 1939. Well, this one here, certainly probably for television itself. I can see this. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm going through here and just highlighting some of the shadows as well. I will say too also, my friends, I hope that you are finding ways to practice something. I think that there's such an importance when it comes to wanting to try something, wanting to get better at something, and then learning the joys of actually doing it and practicing it. And all of this is a wonderful thing. Well, there we are, my friends. I think that we're pretty much done. I'll put a few little spots in here. But we'll also add in quite a bit of color as well. I'm going to go through also just very quickly. We want to put in a little bit more of a shadow right in here, and also right in here. I'm going to put also just a little bit more of a shadow right. You know what, I'm going to change to a fine tip. Well, there we are, my friends. What do you think? She did indeed meet Coco the gorilla. Certainly, this was a wonderful thing. A wonderful thing indeed. Now, I'm going to be using another, do you know, I love the silver black velvet pens. This is a travel one, and it's a number 4. And so this is a wonderful one to travel with. And you just extend the paintbrush like that. Isn't that wonderful? Always very nice. Now I start with the brush always wet. And I'm going to go through and I'm actually going to go through and paint our background color first. And don't ask me why I'm doing it that way. I just want to do it that way. Is there a reason? Certainly not. Does it ever happen to you when you're drawing? Sometimes I think, well, I'm going to start with the nose today. Sometimes I'm going to start with the smile. Sometimes I'm going to start with the eyes. I think when I was younger, I always started with the eyes first. And if you're sketching out, well, sketching things out is always nicely done. To start with the eyes, the proportions of the face. Now, once you start using brushes, well, you will notice that there are some things that you like about them. There are things that you do not like about them. For watercolor, you want a brush that's going to really soak in the paint. That you're not needing to reapply every 2 seconds. And blow dryer. I'm going to go through, and do you know what? I'm going to switch over to my very favorite. Where is my favorite brushes? The number 8. We're going to get it wet. We're going to mix in a little bit more color. And we're going to just make quick work of this. There it is, just a little darker. We'll do the same to this side as well. And there we are. Now this is something that I'm also going to do. I'm going to just do a very, very slight blue. Very, very slight blue, my friends. We do not want a lot of blue. We just want a teeny tiny little touch of blue. And what are we going to do with this blue? It might seem kind of funny to do so, but with this blue, I'm going to go through and just knock down the brightness of the eyes just a little bit. I also notice I'm not a big fan of pure white in the eyes. This is not a natural thing. I'm also going to add in just a little slight bit of blue in her collar here. And if we do a little much, well, we can always back off on it just a little. But when it's all said and done, I think that it's not going to quite look blue. It's just going to look like a more natural white. I do not really think there's, except for your brightest of highlights, we do not need the brightness so much. Also remember, when we are using watercolor, well, it certainly is going to lighten as it dries. Not only was Betty White an amazing actress and very accomplished, what are we learning? She served during World War II as a member of the American Women's Voluntary Services in the U.S. Army. Well, I think we find quite often in the life of Betty White the idea, the concept of service. And what a beautiful thing. Certainly, certainly a wonderful thing. And blow dryer. See you real soon, Santa, Mrs. Claus, the elves, Coco, and Holly, and Bethany. Wonderful. I'm wishing you a wonderful day. You are absolutely amazing. Well, that's very kind of you. Now I'm going to go through, just as I'm thinking of it, we're going to not really darken the color, but the wonderful thing is as we layer, then we certainly can add in just a little bit more color as well. So I'm going to go through in just a few little spots and add in some color, just a little bit more. Anywhere there I put those lines, it's to distinguish that it's a little bit of a shadow right there. So we're going to also darken up that area with a little bit of paint, just a little more layering. And we're going to do a few little spots as well that does not have it. Wonderful. And blow dryer. I'm darkening up just a little bit so that we can paint her eyes. And the eyes will also have lots of highlights and shadows and all sorts of wonderful little things to give them a little bit more depth. But I think it's important to start with a color. What do you think? Now I'm going to go through, let's blow dry this. I'm going to go through and switch back to our number 8. So we're going to be painting a little bit more. Very interesting here. It's a little yellow. And we're going to do just a little hint of red. A little bit of orange. And a little just a little black as well. We're just muting the yellow just a little bit. Also, Betty's hair we're going to give lots of layers to. There's a lot of different color in it. The other thing with watercolor that I notice is, well, certainly I noticed that if you are mixing colors, I think if we look at Scott Saba, how he is painting, he is layering one color and then another color. And I tend to mix a little bit of color as well. And he does this also. I think he is just so very much more, he's just so much better than I am. But when I'm going through this, I have always found to mix some color, but you have to remember how you mixed it because you might not have mixed enough. There we have a little bit of color there, and blow dryer. Well, Mr. Scott Sava is here. Here I am talking about him, and he has joined in, my friend. I hope that you enjoyed your trip so very much. It was a delight to see you. Always, always. No one is better than you, Santa. Well, my friend, my goodness, flattery will get you nowhere. Now, cookies may work. And blow dryer. I'm going to go through here and put in just a little darker spots here as well. Just at a little few spots that we see the shadows might be resting here and there. We're going to go through and add just a little shadow here and there. Sorry about that, everyone. I was just texting my... Well, Jessica, I'm so very happy that you're here. I'm wishing you all good things. I'm going to go through and see if we have it here. I do not see it. Now, do you remember our colors, my friends, for the skin, our skin tone? Do you remember how we're going to go about doing this? Amazing job, Santa. You're very kind, Jessica. I thank you. Well, I'm going to go through. We're going to do a little bit of yellow. And a little bit of red. And a little touch of blue. And I'm going to go through and we're going to make this very, very watery, my friends. Very watery. We'll do this in layers. We will definitely do this in layers. Now, I feel free to paint on the lips. We'll add color to it later for her lipstick. But we will go through here and paint through give her a little skin tone. This is just the very beginning. It takes time to layer. Also, Betty White is quite fair. And blow dryer. Now we're going to go through and mix up even more. It can be quite light. We do not need to do it all at once, my friends. Now I'm going to go through and where is... I'm going to go through and just feather this out just a bit. And blow dryer. Just putting in a little bit of shadows here and there. And blow dryer. I love that your blow dryer looks like a candy cane. Well, certainly, my friends, when I told the elves that I was going to start working on sharing some art and that I needed a blow dryer, well, they were quick work of it, my friends. I could not believe it. How's it going? Hello there, my friend. I just want to say you are a really good artist. That's very kind of you. I thank you, my friend, for all of your kindness. Now I'm going to go through and let's switch to our... Where did it go? There it's hiding. We're going to switch over to our red. And as best as we can, we do not want to mess this one up. We'll put the very first layer of her lipstick and blow dryer. I'm going to go through and much more concentrated. We're going to apply a little bit more. Well, we're getting there, my friends. Are you on the nice list, my friend? Are you on the nice list? Oh, well, I will tell you. Do not worry about lists right now. For all of you, the nice list is all about kindness. It is not a difficult thing to understand or to figure out. If you are kind to others and you're trying to be kind to yourself, it is all about your efforts and where your heart is. This is all about the nice list. Be kind to yourself, my friends. Be kind. Always very important. Well, here I'm going to go through and I want to add in just a little bit more, blush. We're going to go a little bit pink. And I'm going to do just a little swipe here and a little swipe here and a little swipe here as well. Too much on the nose. There it is. And blow dryer. I'm going to go through here and clean. And just very, very gently, my friends. I'm going to go through and just put in a little touch of ivory into the teeth. They do not need to be bright, bright white. I'm also going to go through and refine the line. Just refining it just a little bit. And blow dryer. Now there's a very bright. Let's see how bright we can get. We're going to go bright yellow and a little bit of orange. I'm going to go through here and paint her earrings, and we'll put a little highlight on there as well. Our next step, one of my most favorite steps, is our shadows. And I do not want this to be a lot. We're going to be quite gentle with this. We're going to do one more little blow dryer. And this will be right where I'm seeing the shadow. Where might it be? Well, there's a shadow over here and a shadow along in here as well. We do not need to do a whole lot. I'm going to put in just a little shadow right on the edge, right there. And we do not need it to be all jagged. We want a nice shadow right there. Going to put a little shadow right on the edge, right there. And certainly we'll put a little shadow in here and along in this edge here as well. In a few spots here we'll put in just a little shadow. And we're also going to put some shadow in along the bottom in here as well. We're getting closer. Next, shadows. And the shadow, what are we doing? We're going with purples and blues. We're going to go through here and do another shadow all along in here. All along in this edge. Oop. And along in this edge here. Slightly there. Slightly there and there. We'll do a little edge to her nose. A little edge there as well. And here and here. And I'm going to go through here and put some shadows all along in here. And then also on the top of the eyes. And then all of this is going to be in shadow. I'm also going to put shadows just along the edge of her teeth and in the back as well. I'm going to carry that further, just a little slight bit on her nose, just along in here as well. And blow dryer. Now I'm going to go through and we're going to darken up this outer line. Just define the shape just a little bit more. And from there we're going to go through, get our Uni-Ball Signo. And I'm going to go through and give a little outline, a little white outline. Now that we have this one, I'm going to go through. We're going to do just a few little highlights on the pearls. We're going to do another little highlight on the lips. There's a little highlight here as well. I'm going to go through in here and put in just a little bit more highlight up in the top. We'll put in a highlight on the earrings. Always good. And then last but not least, my friends, we'll put in a little highlight in her eyes. And I think this right here is Miss Betty White. What do you think? Have we done it? Maybe just a little highlight right there as well. Little highlight here. I will sign it. And then let's do the tape peel, my friends. We'll get the tape off. And here is our inspiring individuals from A to Z. Our second entry for the letter B that many of you have voted is Miss Betty White. What a wonderful individual. What a kind heart that she had. She demonstrated so much kindness for so very many, including her love of animals in her life. What a wonderful gift. Well, I hope that you all enjoyed today's art live streaming. And here we have Miss Betty White, the Golden Girl for B, and A for Amelia Earhart as well. Two individuals, very different, but left their mark on the world. What a wonderful thing. My friends, I wish you all good things. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being here. I hope that you will leave some comments on the video once it's posted. And most importantly, let me know who we should do for letter C. We've done A and B. Now our next one will be C on Thursday. My friends, be kind, be good. I'm so very happy that you're all here to join in. She looks lovely. Thank you, my friend, for all of your kindness. May we always be kind. May we choose kindness towards ourselves and to others. My friends, have a wonderful day.